in a few short months, the so-called Arab Spring, suddenly change is in the air in a way that makes the Middle East and North Africa synonymous not so much with status quo, but with change itself.
We still in the crossroads. I cannot say that we have achieved everything. We are in the crossroads.
We hope it is a future of democracy and freedom. But even if it is not, we also hope that we will be able to endure and to continue with our witness in this needy region.
I felt the call to the ministry, so I moved to Cairo to go to seminary. While I was in the seminary, I began to see how meeting needs can help a church reach people for Christ.
I was an accountant in one of Egypt's largest national banks when I felt the call to be a pastor. So I left my job and came to the seminary here in Cairo to learn to be a pastor.
While I was still in the seminary, I started this church in a very poor area of Cairo.
I started to pastor our church here, but I saw that many of the young people were not interested in coming to church, so I decided I needed to find another way to reach them.
So those who are admitted to the seminary are already in ministry, and they are there to sharpen their gifts and their skills.
The wealthiest people in our neighborhood are just getting by, but there are many others who live in tiny shacks, and the government doesn't provide any services there at all, and the people have nothing.
Many young people would not be interested in coming to church. They all love soccer, so we started a soccer league.
The biggest problems in Egypt are health, education, and poverty. Our church has a health clinic that provides medical care and medicine to those who could not get it anywhere else.
And they come out with lots of creative ideas, and they challenge us to see different kinds of ministries that they are involved in, that they create, and they go there and do it. It's very encouraging to me and to the rest of the faculty.
One family that we help lives in one room at the bottom of a building. He, his wife, and 4 children all live there. It is very unhealthy, but they have no money for medical care, so our church's clinic helps them.
Through that soccer league, we reach many young people. We have had many of Cairo's soccer stars make appearances, and our league is having an impact. And then, during the break times, we share the plan of salvation.
So with an assistance of donors in the United States, we're able to get some funding for compassionate projects. And these proved to be very influential in the life of the students and for the seminary as a whole.
When the seminary called and said they had received a grant from Overseas Council that we could use toward our health project, I couldn't believe it, that anyone would want to help our small church.
We have great dreams for the future of Egypt, and your prayers and support of those dreams are very important. Thank you so much. Your encouragement helps us to tell everyone in Egypt about the love of Jesus.
Most of the people in our community think no one cares about them, that not even God cares about them. But through the medical ministry, we can tell them that our church cares and that Jesus Christ cares.
We are in the crossroads, and sometimes it's very important to be crossroads, to experience God's wisdom. I'm dreaming that this uprising will bring a real openness, not only to Egypt, but to the whole Middle East.
But regardless of where this changeful moment takes the Middle East and North Africa, the church will be there. The church will have a need for leaders of vision, integrity, and competence to speak into the weather of the moment, whether that's springtime or winter.